Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside the gymnasium here at Milford High School as Milford TV is happy to present coverage of Scarlet Hawks athletics. Tim Coet here on the call, Patrick Garapi and Rob O'Keefe also on the coverage as we get set to bring you our first boys basketball game of the season. It is your Milford Scarlet Hawks taking on the visiting King Philip Warriors of the Kelly Rex division. And so Milford already off to a 1-1 start on the season. A big win here at home on opening night against Hopedale. They followed that up with a tough luck loss, a solid effort, but it ended up being a 41-33 defeat against Oliver Ames, a real defensive battle in that game. But Milford still playing relatively well in these early stages of the season, and they look to keep that going here tonight against a King Philip team that comes in at 0-2, and defense has been a real problem for the Warriors so far this season, giving up points in the 70s in both of their first two games of the season, a 74-61 loss to Stoughton and a 70-36 loss in their most recent game against Mansfield. So Milford will see if they can exploit that leaky KP defense tonight, as again Milford takes on King Philip. We will have the opening tip in just a few short minutes right here on Milford TV. Right back inside Milford High School as we are set to go for this Hockomock League crossover matchup between Milford and King Philip, both starting lineups now taking the court. Tim Coet here on the call, and I am happy to welcome in as my broadcast partner for tonight's game. You've heard him as the voice of Milford High School hockey for the last 3 seasons running. Patrick Garapi joining me on the broadcast tonight. Patrick, welcome to Scarlet Hawks basketball.
Thank you very much, Tim. Happy to be here. I was told there would be heat, so I came.
Well, we have that in ample supply here in the Milford gym as King Philip controls the opening tip. King Philip 0-2 on the season. Milford 1-1 as KP works their way inside.
Nice D.
A quick block. Masick pulls down the first defensive board of the night. And the starting point guard, Zach Tamani, takes it right back up the floor. Milford goes to Mitri Torres, Nate Davila, Zach Tamani, Alex Masick, and Dwight Anderson for their starting 5 for tonight's game. They kick it outside to Torres. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Back to Tamani. Time winding down. Will they get a shot off? And they're able to grab some rim to avoid the shot clock violation.
Tough shot by Torres there. Shooting off the mark.
Good feed inside for KP, and they're able to pull in the first points. Will Ware with the bucket. Milford really didn't get much of a rhythm, a lot of passing on that first possession, but didn't get a good look. Masick outside to Torres. They've looked to get him open a number of times already. Into the corner for Torres, now forces his way inside out to Masick. They keep it around the perimeter now with 3 seconds left on the clock. Tamani from three-point range off the side of the rim, and KP controls the rebound.
Really good job on defense so far for KP, and you know that's highlighted for them by their coach, as they need to really look to improve that tonight if they want to get a win.
Air ball from three-point range. They send it out there again, in and out. Defense, no doubt, has been a point of emphasis for King Philip after allowing 70-plus points in their first 2 games. A lot of quick transition up and down the floor through these early possessions. Just under 6 minutes to play in the first quarter.
They got to set something up here. It looks like they're just running around. They don't know what they're doing. They got to get a play in.
A frantic tempo to these early minutes. Again from outside, the miss. Dwight Anderson with the rebound. Still just a 2-0 edge for King Philip. A lot of shots, not a lot of points early on. Masick trying to split a double team. He can't get the shot to fall. .5:25 on this first quarter clock. And an easy jumper for Will Ware, who has the first 4 points of the basketball game. Tamani, a long pass to Torres. Torres works baseline. Wide open look from three-point range. There is Nate Davila.
They're going to need more like that from Davila tonight, especially more of this outside shooting.
A steal and the bucket for Tamani. And that will bring the first timeout of the night, and that will also give us a chance to catch our breath. A very quick pace to those early minutes. The clock stopped with 4:56, a 5-4 lead for the Scarlet Hawks. So again, just looking for Milford to get settled in offensively so far, Patrick.
Nice job, though, creating that turnover on the last play, and that's quick points and leads to their first lead of the game.
The cheerleaders out to perform, so we'll step aside for the timeout. Again, a 5-4 lead early on for Milford. More to come next here on Milford TV. Back out of the timeout, King Philip looking to send the ball inbounds. The long pass to Ware. Ware, a junior on this team, but a captain. Good defense under the basket for the Scarlet Hawks, but KP keeps possession now. KP able to work around the double team. It's Ware again who cuts inside. And King Philip ends up with the points. And now the foul, just our first foul of the game. It comes with 4:31 to play in the quarter. It goes against the visitors.
Good job on the quick break by Milford and getting that foul. Hopefully setting up something here for them.
Tamani allowing his teammates to take position. Now it's Davila again from three-point range, just off the mark. King Philip now with the ball in the hands of Pharaoh Davis, the junior. The tipped ball by Torres, but Ware's able to recover. Still 13 seconds on the shot clock. Another near steal. The outside shot falls short. Davila with the rebound.
Good work down low there by Kyle Lehman for KP.
Dimitri Torres for three.
And a better response by Milford off the miss.
8-6 your early score as KP struggles to get the ball inbound. And the violation.
They've got to keep the pressure up on KP and start making them make their own mistakes there.
A 2-point lead and the basketball. Tamani looking for an open target. Gets it outside to Davila, who quickly dishes back to Tamani. Tamani sets the offense. Looks for a pick from Masick, who now works down low. Torres outside to Dwight Anderson. Spin move, a little floating shot off the back iron. Rebound goes to Davis for King Philip, who streaks up the floor, takes it to the basket, and gets two.
What a quick break by Davis there. Splitting the defense and making it happen by himself.
No look pass to Anderson, fights around a man, gets the bucket, and the foul. Chance for the three-point play.
Nice drive by Anderson.
Can't get the free throw, so it stays just a 2-point edge. It's Davis again, the pass ahead to Seth Sullivan, the 5'10 junior, back in the hands of Pharaoh Davis, who takes the long two.
He's heating up a little bit, it looks like.
Up to 4 points. Heading down to 2.5 minutes to play. Torres outside to Davila. He sets up for it and drains it.
Huge! Great shot by Davila.
Knocked down 2 3-point shots already. Pharaoh Davis, the fadeaway jumper, won't fall.
Good pressure by Tamani there on the defense.
Again from downtown, this time for Dimitri Torres, no good. Davila trying for the steal, but Davis able to advance it. Now it's KP from three. In and out, rebound Caden Kelly. Rapid pace as Davila almost loses control of the basketball, and now Torres will give everyone a chance to get set. Under 2 minutes in the first quarter, 13-10 Milford. Tamani with plenty of time from beyond the arc, no good on the shot. But Milford able to pull down the offensive rebound. Here's Anderson inside. He gets fouled.
Great job keeping alive by Anderson on the offensive board and then getting the foul. Now bringing him right back to the line.
One miss so far from the free throw line for Anderson. Now a senior captain on this squad. And that's his first here. And 2 for 2. Anderson with 4 points in this first period of play. Tight defense for Milford.
They're making it tough to inbound.
The jump shot now no good. Now a scrum underneath the basket. They call for the jump ball.
3 Milford players in there just dogging the KP defender, Kyle Lehman. Good effort by the Hawks there.
Possession arrow going Milford's way, so they take over with just under 90 seconds to play in the quarter. Anderson able to get it into Tamani, who's guarded closely by Matt LaHoulier.
LaHoulier did a good job of sticking with Tamani there, really trying to keep up with him. Now we have another foul and an inbound.
Right now, fouls 4 for KP, none for Milford to this point. Again, Davila, this time he can't get the clear look from three-point range. Good defense by Seth Sullivan. Now Anderson, and he gets called for the travel. Tried to fight through that double team.
Not going to have too much success there, Tim, especially when you're running through 2 to 3 players at once.
They're able to break the press. Now the inside shot blocked from Kyle Lehman, but the foul, the first on Milford. And the 6'3" freshman on this varsity squad for KP will shoot.
He's been using his body a lot so far tonight underneath the basket, and he's got a really big frame here, especially compared to most of the players on the court. He's doing a good job of using it. You can see why he's a varsity player already.
15-11 in the final minute of play in the first period. And Zach Tamani a little slow to get up.
Went down a little awkwardly there, holding his hip.
Looks like he'll stay out there for now as Milford will inbound. Dwight Anderson just able to get it into Kelly. The near steal for Lehman. Alone in the corner, the three-point shot, no good. The attempt by Josh Andonian. Milford still on the floor fighting, and Milford able to get the timeout just in the nick of time.
What a sequence that was. Turnovers, turnovers, and finally some possession.
And this Milford team so far is really showing no fear anywhere on the floor. A lot of bodies diving to the floor for these loose balls, a lot of physical play. I'm sure this is exactly what Coach Seaver wants to see early on.
I'd have to think so, and really good discipline on D so far as well with just the one foul.
So again, 15-11 score. We've got just 36 seconds left to go in the first quarter. 6 points early on for Nate Davila, who's knocked down 2 three-point shots so far. He has been a three-point machine through these early stages of the season. Dimitri Torres with 3 points, Dwight Anderson with 4, and Zach Tamani with 2. They come out of the timeout with Dwight Anderson, Nate Davila, Caden Kelly, Josh Andonian, and Jack DeSantis on the basketball team this season after a terrific campaign as the star running back on the football team. Inbounds pass goes to Anderson, now Andonian, and back out to Jack DeSantis running the point. 28 seconds left in the quarter. 12 seconds on the shot clock as Anderson looks inside. Gets fouled.
They're really challenging Lehman so far this game. Keep an eye on him and then the amount of fouls he might be racking up.
Anderson no good on the first attempt. KP will keep Lehman on the floor after the foul as Anderson knocks down the free throw, making it 16-11 in favor of the Scarlet Hawks. KP a chance to play for the final shot in the quarter should they choose to. Outside for three, nope. Rebound goes to KP and Lehman is there to clean up the trash.
Milford's got to push it here.
2 seconds left, they toss it up. And no good, the chance for Josh Andonian. So KP is able to get one final bucket to pull it to within a one-possession game. 16-13, Milford with the lead. A great tempo to that first 8 minutes of play. We'll step aside very quickly and have the start of the second quarter when we come back next. Again, coverage of Scarlet Hawks athletics here on Milford TV. Back inside the Milford gym for the start of the second quarter between Milford and King Philip. Tim Coet and Patrick Garapi on the call. Rob O'Keefe also here on the coverage. Milford up by 3. King Philip with the ball. A near steal for Andonian. Coach Seaver saying Josh Andonian really set the tempo of this team's offseason with his work ethic. Serving as a captain now, and meanwhile RJ McCarthy with his first points of the night to get the second quarter started. Now it's Dwight Anderson. Anderson and DeSantis go back and forth. Down to 10 seconds on the shot clock. And again, the traveling violation on Anderson.
KP started to pick up the defense a little more here as they challenge to look to get that lead back.
Down by just 1 as they look to inbound. Into Noah Goodwin, the junior.
Whoa.
And a bad pass away from everything and out of bounds. Noah Goodwin and Seth Sullivan have been the leading scorers on this team through the first 2 games, both averaging 13.5 points per game. Here's Davila now. Still in the early stages of the second quarter. Turnaround jumper for Anderson, no good. Farrow Davis with the rebound. Makes a move around Tamani. Tries for the outside pass. The ball nearly ends up in the cheerleaders. Somehow KP is able to save it. And the foul under the basket looks to be on Caden Kelly.
Good job by Goodwin driving to the hole and luring that foul and getting to the line now. Opportunity to take the lead, assuming he can hit these free throws.
This Milford crowd raising their voices in support during these free throws, but Goodwin able to knock down his first. It's his first point of the basketball game. The junior's second attempt in and out. And the rebound secured by Alex Masick. Tamani directing traffic as he's guarded closely by Goodwin. Torres on the dribble. Bounce pass into Anderson. Tries to fight through. Tamani calling for the pass, but Anderson going hard to the basket, and he got the contact.
Anderson having a tough go of it here in the second quarter so far after a pretty solid first. Making himself and his presence felt. Really needs to hit these free throws, though, in order to keep Milford going.
He puts the Hawks back on top with his first attempt. Can't knock down the second. So still just a 1-point lead. Outside shot, no good from Goodwin.
Good play by Davis.
Able to get the rebound, set up the shot for Will Ware, no good. Now a long leading pass to Villa, just able to save it. And now waits for reinforcements.
Good job by Davila tracking that ball down before Milford turned it back over.
Here's Masick inside. The hook shot just would not roll in.
Good power move from him, though.
The foul under the basket stops the clock at 5:33 to go until halftime.
Seen a lot of tight defense in and around the basket tonight so far, Tim.
No doubt a point of emphasis for both of these teams, as we mentioned again in the open, as Faro Davis knocks down his first free throw attempt. And able to get them both up to 6 points now in the game. Torres almost loses the dribble. He's able to recover. Clock heading down to 5 minutes to play. Now Masick trying to bully his way inside. Now back outside for Torres. Torres gets mauled. Dimitri Torres will head to the line. The 8th foul now on the Warriors. Four points now in the game for Torres. He ties the game back up once again. And that free throw gives Milford the lead back as we seesaw back and forth here in the second quarter. High arcing pass pulled down by Kyle Lehman.
Nice defense.
Quick steal up the floor for Torres. Lightning quick feed into Anderson, and Anderson gets fouled.
Torres really made that play happen. Great job by him.
Anderson, plenty of attempts from the free throw line so far in this first half. Right now 5 for 8 with one more free throw coming up. Good on both attempts. Now 8 points in all through this first half for Dwight Anderson, the senior captain. Good pressure in the backcourt for Milford. Faro Davis now just able to get over that center line. Nearly a steal for Alex Masick. The foul called.
Really great back and forth action in this game so far. Nobody really able to establish themselves as a clear-cut dominant team tonight, though, as no one's really been able to get a huge lead. Lots of back and forth action so far, and it's been pretty entertaining.
It's true, we haven't seen either side really go on a run. Both teams just exchanging shots. Now Torres,
dangerous,
just able to avoid the steal at the hands of Noah Goodwin. Now it's Masick from three-point range, not quite enough on that shot. Faro Davis slices through the defense, but his shot no good. Kicks right back out for the three-point attempt from Goodwin.
Oh.
Gets the straight up bounce and in for three.
Luck is on your side tonight, baby.
(21-18) the score as we're about midway through this second quarter.
Tough turnover there. Looks like he just lost the dribble.
R.J. McCarthy into Davis. It's a junior-heavy team, this King Philip Warriors squad. Goodwin, another junior, working his way inside. Called for the offensive foul. Under 4 minutes to play now as Tamani works with Torres to get it to center court. Now the steal by Lehman, back up the court for Faro Davis, takes it in. Milford trying to draw the charge. They don't get it this time around. Now back up the other way for Dimitri Torres.
Tim, I'm being told that that three-pointer that clanged high off the rim and went back in did not count because it hit the backboard.
That accounts for the score differential. I didn't have a chance to check right after that shot. Pace of play has been so frantic. Now it's Goodwin. And Goodwin up and in for two.
Using the Jets, pretty good for a big man.
5 points in this second quarter for Goodwin, and Milford answers right back with the three-point shot off the bench by Anthony Arcudi.
What a great shot by Arcudi there, making his presence felt immediately. Huge shot from Milford.
Ups the lead to 4 for the home team with 3:16 left in the half. Zach Tamani now on the bench, and you can see hobbling a bit. You wonder if that's some after effects from that hard fall he took a little earlier.
Have to imagine he's been sticking through it pretty well, though, playing his heart out.
DeSantis back out there on the floor. It's Davila working against Lehman. Inside for Caden Kelly. Kelly trying to grab his own rebound, just could not secure it. RJ McCarthy able to pull down the board for KP. .236 to play in the half. A 4-point lead for the Hawks as it is Kyle Lehman.
Nice floater there from the freshman.
5 points now for Lehman in the half. Davila and Anderson outside now. Shot clock down to 10 seconds. They free up Davila from 3, too strong on the shot, tries to streak in for the rebound chance. Seth Sullivan able to secure it for the Warriors. Noah Goodwin no good on the shot. Still a 2-point lead for the Scarlet Hawks. Farrow Davis called for the foul.
Anderson drawing yet another one. He's going back to the line.
Anderson, the points leader so far in the half for the Scarlet Hawks, knocks down another one from the line. Second one doesn't fall.
Great hustle.
Milford able to reset, tracking down that ball after the missed free throw. Just over 90 seconds until halftime. Now another outside look for Arcudi. This time it doesn't fall. KP back up the floor. Davila gets his hand in the passing lane, nearly ends up with the steal, but the floater inside from Sullivan, good for 2.
Sullivan with a strong power move to the inside on his drive, able to make a nice layup.
Just over a minute now, back in the hands of Arcudi. Arcudi lets it float, it banks home for 2.
Taking it to the bank, nice job Arcudi.
LeHoulier hands off to J.J. Tibbetts, make that Seth Sullivan. And now back outside for Lehman for 3, and he makes it. Cuts it to a 1-point Milford lead with 37 seconds left. The crowd quiet, says now DeSantis almost loses the dribble, recovers, feeds it to Kelly.
Oh!
Doesn't get the shot, but he will go to the line.
Nearly had that one. Good pressure there from Milford after almost losing the ball. Could have been a disaster in turning over the lead. Chance to re-expand what they have here in this 1-point edge.
Caden Kelly, no points so far in this game. He misses his first free throw attempt. Arcudi to the bench. He gets a rousing cheer from the fans after giving a little energy boost. Kelly 1 for 2 on that trip. A 2-point lead. Just about a second difference between shot clock and game clock. KP almost letting that ball drift out of bounds. They're able to recover. 13 seconds on the shot clock inside. And the foul.
Looks like a foul from Trong on that one.
Could see Dwight Anderson did not like the call. So it's Will Ware, the junior captain, who has a chance to tie this game up. He knocks down the first free throw. It's Ware's first trip to the line this evening.
Arcudi checking back in the game already.
This one for the tie. And he doesn't get it to fall. And it will be Milford basketball with 11 seconds left in this first half.
Good opportunity to walk out of here with the lead going into halftime. Let's see what they set up, and no, it looks like we're at the line.
So it'll be Alex Masick from the free throw line. So quick foul occurring there. And Masick's able to drain the first attempt. Masick's first point of the basketball game. (29-27). As Masick gets the miss, but able to collect the loose ball, is shot off the mark. Just saving it from going out is Kelly. The three-point shot from Davila, no good. 2 seconds left. And that bounces through just before time expired. It was hard to see who lifted that one up right at the buzzer.
Looked like Kevin Trong, Tim.
And indeed, that's who they congratulate on the sidelines. So Kevin Trong gets his first basket right at the buzzer, and it allows the Scarlet Hawks to take a 31-27 lead into halftime. And Patrick, just all around, what an exciting first half of play.
This is my first basketball game in ever. Wow, great game so far. Good defense on both ends. Really challenging each other with some physicality. I like what I see so far, and a good job by Milford to walk out here with a 4-point lead. And we'll see what they come back with in the second half.
4 points, just about the largest lead we've seen in this half. Again, a lot of back and forth play, not a lot of runs. We'll see how these two teams come out of the locker room for the start of the third quarter. We will have that for you next. Again, stay tuned to coverage of Scarlet Hawks athletics here on Milford TV. We welcome you back inside the gymnasium here at Milford High School, ladies and gentlemen, underway with the third quarter of play between the Milford Scarlet Hawks and the visiting King Philip Warriors. Tim Coet on the call along with Patrick Garapi, Rob O'Keefe also here on the coverage, and it's a 31-27 lead for Milford as we enter into the second half.
Hawks really need for Dwight Anderson to keep being a force here in the second half. He really lured a lot of fouls in the first, but only made probably about 60% of his attempts.
That pass delivered right into the hands of Pharaoh Davis from Milford. Davis goes up the floor, but he misses the shot.
Gets in the way there.
Davila down the other way. His shot doesn't fall. Waiting for our first points of this third quarter. Outside from three-point range, count it for Kyle Lehman, who was tied with the lead in points for his team heading into this quarter, and immediately cuts it to a 1-point Milford advantage. Bad feed under the basket.
Not the start the Hawks want to this quarter.
We've seen a bit of sloppy passing through these first few possessions. Into Lehman, now the pass just reeled in by Faro Davis. He finds Lehman. Lehman's shot doesn't fall. Now Davis from under his own basket. And a quick whistle. Good to see Zach Tamani back out on the floor. He came out with an injury partway through the second quarter. Looked to be a little banged up, but back out there running the point.
He's moving pretty well so far. Can't see any detriment to his game yet.
Tamani with just 2 points through the first 2 quarters. Dwight Anderson, the scoring leader for Milford, with 9 points through the first half. Now here's Tamani, shot clock down to 5. They're gonna have to hurry. Anderson can't spring free for a shot now finally.
Oh, nice turnaround.
He's able to knock it down, right down to the wire on the shot clock.
Get me some more of that. That was a great play by Anderson.
And now the steal and the bucket. That was Tamani.
Speaking of great plays, Tim.
So just the boost Milford needed. Back-to-back buckets bring it up to a 35-30 lead, the largest lead so far of the game, just 5 points. So after just a little bit of a sluggish start, some sloppy passes, Milford quickly makes up for it with a couple of really nice plays there, Patrick.
Really reestablishing themselves back in this game, trying to expand their lead. Still only at 5, though. No time to let up off the gas.
Anderson up to double figures now with his basket here in the third quarter, up to 11 points. And again, we mentioned it on the other side. Kyle Lehman and Faro Davis came in each with 8 points heading into this third quarter. Lehman now up to 11. As the freshman really is making his presence felt, that's certainly something that King Philip has in their favor going forward, to have a freshman with all of that ability, knowing that he's going to be around for a number of years to come.
It's a nice luxury to have if you're KP.
Inbounds to Faro Davis, and he sends a long pass ahead to Kyle Lehman. And Lehman will make the first trip to the free throw line of the second half.
Looks like Masick plays his body just a little too much on Lehman there. And Lehman's earning another trip back to the line, trying to increase his point total tonight.
Knocks down his first. Three for 4 from the free throw line tonight is Lehman.
A friendly bounce there. The kind of luck he's having, though.
Now it's Torres. Torres cross-court pass reeled in by Tamani. Anderson bounce pass to Masick, almost loses it, recovers. Now outside for Torres from 3, he got it.
Great job setting up by Torres and hitting the open shot.
The lead is 6. The shot for Lehman rims out. Rebound pulled down by Masick, pushes the tempo to Torres. Torres under the basket. The athletic move just wouldn't fall. 5:20 to play in the third quarter. Off the mark on that shot by Noah Goodwin. A chance to continue to push up the lead as Nate Davila lets it fly from 3-point range.
Can't save that one.
Nice bid for King Philip. 38-32. As Dwight Anderson will inbound.
Good play by Masick.
Just able to reel it in. Now outside for Davila. Off the side of the rim, rebound Davis. KP fakes the 3 in the corner. Davis just keeps his footing inbounds. Now outside to Lehman for 3. There it is again.
They have got to get more bodies on Lehman. He is the hot hand for KP. and he's making Milford pay repeatedly.
6 points now in the third quarter for Lehman. Back down to a one-possession game. There's just been no separation all night long. Now Tamani guarded tightly by Seth Sullivan. Still trying to make his move. Able to free up Davila from three-point range. Davila losing his stroke here in the third quarter.
Watch out for Lehman on the far side.
Pulling up for the jumper, Will Ware for two. And all of a sudden now it's KP going on a run, down by just a point. After Milford had seen their lead expand out to 6, so that was a good timeout call by the coaching staff, able to right the ship.
KP's defense coming alive here. Milford needs to get the ball back in the hands of Dwight Anderson.
Kevin Trong, who was the hero right at the buzzer of the first half, checks back into the game. Long floating inbounds pass into Dimitri Torres. They give it to Trong. Trong, an ill-advised pass to Torres, intercepted by Faro Davis. The ball still up for grabs.
Wow.
Trong can't get the dive. Good effort, but couldn't come up with the basketball. It ends up out of bounds. Just a wild sequence.
Davis using his body with reckless abandon there, doing whatever he could to get the ball. And then just Milford players flying all over the floor trying to get it off of Davis. Oh, what a sequence.
Off the side of the backboard on the shot attempt for the Warriors. They're able to pull the rebound at nearly center court. 3:36 to play in the third quarter. You just get the feeling this game is going to come down to the wire.
It just might, Tim.
Here's Trong battling against Sullivan. Feeds Anderson.
Ooh, tough pass there.
Josh Andonian just able to save it. Now it's Trong with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Milford with just the 1 point advantage. That pass looked like it surprised Torres a little bit, but he was able to get the shot away. No good.
You could tell he was off the mark immediately, right as soon as he released that one.
Athletic move under the basket for Faro Davis, but no good on the shot, and now called for the foul. He hates it.
See him talking to himself. A little bit of a limp there, it looks like.
And Milford student section with a little cheer for Davis. The scoreboard frozen at 38-37 right now. Caden Kelly back into the game. And now it's Torres aggressive to the basket. It rolls around but won't fall in. And again, an all-out dive for Milford down into the corner. That was Trong again. Certainly an A for effort over these last few possessions for Trong.
Just missing luck on the finish.
But now the steal for Andonian and the bucket. The first points of the night for the captain, Josh Andonian. And it pushes the lead to 40-37. Now gets back on the defensive side, and Andonian goes down hard.
Good spin off there by Lehman. And looks like he's going to be heading back. Nope.
Andonian frustrated with himself for causing that foul. Long pass gets into the hands of Lehman. We'll do it again with 2:20 to play in the third quarter. Outside, Lehman and Goodwin. Goodwin finds Sullivan. Sullivan guarded nicely by Torres. Here's Lehman from the free throw line. No good, but there for the second chance points is Will Ware.
Good inside presence by Weir, collecting that offensive board. Now they're back to within one.
And now the steal for Ware, back up the floor, and gets the bucket, and that will push King Philip back into the lead for the first time since the first quarter.
Back-to-back plays by Weir, making things happen for KP. Let's see how Milford responds.
Flat-footed shot attempt from outside. Either that or attempting an alley-oop, but the communication off. And now King Philip gets the foul.
Strong defense there in by the basket by Kelly, but he gets whistled.
King Philip with a 1-point lead. There's Kyle Lehman with the free throw. Five points from the free throw line in the game for Kyle Lehman, the freshman. 18 points in the game for Lehman.
Milford needs to answer.
Under the basket, up for grabs.
KP's defense coming alive.
Austin Albano under the basket, but could not get that shot. Now here's the floater for KP. Just no good for Goodwin. And now here's Dwight Anderson. Milford down by 3. Anderson to the basket. Milford really struggling here. And knocking down the three-point shot.
Ben Smith wide open in the corner.
Smith's first points of the night. Curious to see Coach Seaver not call a timeout in this situation with momentum really shifting into KP's favor. And there finally is a bucket in response, courtesy of Dimitri Torres.
That's what Milford needs. More plays like that, aggressive, taking it to the hole. And furthermore, again, the basket and the harm.
Chance to complete the three-point play now for Torres. And he misfires.
Need a stand here.
The lead is 4 for KP with 16 seconds left in the quarter. Long cross-court pass, wide open three-point attempt, no good. The second chance there, now a third chance for King Philip. Again the miss,
KP.
And again the rebound, and now the foul.
All over these offensive boards. Milford has got to get together on the defensive end and start getting some of these. Back to the line they go.
This time it's Goodwin. A lot of 6'3" players on this King Philip roster, and they're starting to use that size and physicality to their advantage. The fans trying to will Milford back into it. 2 big misses for King Philip, but they're able to collect the rebound and get the score. And they do add the points now right at the buzzer, 48-42. So really a tough finish to that third quarter for Milford, Patrick.
They need to tighten up their defense and do something fast here because KP's taking over this game in the second half. And this is not what they envisioned coming out of the locker room.
So all of a sudden now 48-42, Milford trails it. They talk things over with Coach Seaver. We will be back for the final 8 minutes of this basketball game between the Scarlet Hawks and the Warriors when we come back next here on Milford TV. Milford with their starting 5 back out on the floor with Tamani, Davila, Masick, Anderson, and Torres as they trail 48-42. And a travel to open up the fourth quarter.
Good start for the Hawks here. Now let's see how they can make some points happen. Cut into this deficit.
Milford with a 6-point lead midway through that third quarter, but saw it evaporate as KP really went on a run to close out the period. Dwight Anderson here gets the fourth quarter off to a good start.
Dwight needs to keep things going. They need their leaders to step up here in the fourth.
Farrow Davis tries to go hard to the basket but misses. Now it's Tamani all the way to the hoop. Can't get the bank shot home.
Tough night so far for Tamani.
Milford also really needing that outside shooting of Nate Davila to come to life. He hasn't scored since the first quarter. 2 early threes for Davila, and that's been it. And now the outside shot on the KP side, it's Will Ware.
Things picking up for him. He's really been creating and been the big difference so far in what's led us to this 7-point deficit for Milford.
And now the foul. The fans trying to stay engaged here, giving their team some encouragement. The clock stopped right now at 6:36 to play as Dwight Anderson will head to the line for some pretty important free throws. Cannot come through with the first.
Really tough night at the line for him.
He's had a ton of chances. Now 8 for 13 overall on the night.
Need a stop here. There's still plenty of time to go to make some things happen. Let's see how the Hawks can get some energy.
The hard contact as Seth Sullivan made his way to the hoop. He will go to the free throw line. Sullivan perfect on his first attempt. Gives his team an 8-point cushion. Kevin Trong back out onto the floor. Loses the basketball and it ends up out of play.
Great defense by KP there. Not usually what they're known for, Tim, but they're really showing some stuff tonight.
They've been able to hold Milford to 45 points. So again, going back to fundamentals after those 2 early losses on their schedule. Called for the travel, Noah Goodwin.
Seems a little confused.
6:03 to play. Milford with the basketball, trailing by 8. They get it into Torres. Torres leaves it for Zach Tamani. Anderson calling for the pick. Now dishes it back to Torres. Now outside from 3-point range for Anderson, no good. Farrow Davis quickly plucks the rebound.
They need to hit those shots if they're going to get back in this. 8 points doesn't seem like much, but it's the biggest lead anybody's had all night.
Falling to the court, Will Ware tried to toss up a prayer. It doesn't fall. Milford gets fouled. And back to the line once again is Dwight Anderson.
Time winding down here for Milford. Really the only run that's happened so far this game was KP in the third quarter, as they've gotten themselves into the position that they're in now thanks to that.
Anderson's really done a good job with the physicality, forcing these fouls, giving himself chances from the free throw line. Really, no one else on this Scarlet Hawks team tonight has seen much action from the free throw line at all. Caden Kelly, Alex Masick, Josh Andonian, and Dimitri Torres limited looks, but it's been Dwight Anderson first and foremost.
He's been living on the line.
The lead is 6 with 5:18 to play. Ware at the line, off the front of the rim on the first attempt. A make and a miss for Ware. Coach Matt Coate not at all happy with the foul at center court by Seth Sullivan.
He's playing Tamani hard.
Into Tamani. Tamani on Sullivan, bounces off the contact, takes it to the basket for 2.
You know Tamani feels good about that. He's been having a tough night.
And now King Philip right back to the free throw line after the foul. Milford needs to try to play a clean game here over this last 5:01. They can't keep giving KP these easy looks. The miss, a key miss. Tamani able to pull down the rebound. The bounce pass looking for Davila is intercepted.
Nice
Davila is able to get it back and take it to the basket.
Nice job by Tamani there, freeing up the basketball. And a better finish there. Milford's back in it.
All of a sudden now, back down to a one-possession game at 54-51. Timeout called on the court. 4 minutes and 51 seconds to play. You don't want to go anywhere now. Stay tuned to coverage of Scarlet Hawks Athletics right here on Milford TV. It is Anderson, Davila, Tamani, Caden Kelly, and Anthony Arcudi, the 5 on the floor for the Scarlet Hawks out of the timeout. Tamani a little ginger again coming back out onto the floor after that timeout, but continuing to dig deep. From the corner, King Philip no good, but tracking down his own rebound was Sullivan. Gets it to Goodwin. Goodwin, inside move, now back out on the perimeter. King Philip taking their time. The hook shot, good for Noah Goodwin.
I tell you, he can move pretty well for a big man, that Goodwin.
The lead now 5 points. Tamani to Anderson, down to 10 on the shot clock. Anderson, the spin move. Can't get the bounce, and Tamani going for the strip, but he will take the foul. Back to the line go the Warriors with Kyle Lehman.
It's been quiet this quarter.
Stays quiet with that miss. Is able to make the second attempt. A 6-point advantage for the Warriors. Now Davis goes for the steal, but cannot stay in bounds. Stepping over the line right there at the scorer's table. So Milford gets a break. Anderson can't find an open man, now finally gets it to Torres. 3:42 to go, time winding down. Milford needing to come through with points on this possession. Here's Davila. He pulls up, dishes it back out to Dimitri Torres. Now the inside feed to Kelly. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Torres inside for 2.
Pretty little finger roll there from Torres. Still only down by 4.
Trong gets his hand in the passing lane. The steal for Davila. Davila tries to feed Kelly and ends up handing it back to the Warriors.
Trying too hard to force a play there, put himself in a tough position.
But now Milford able to get it back. And Torres makes the wise move and waits for the rest of his teammates to get up the floor.
Does anybody want the ball?
It ends up in the hands of Davila. And Nate Davila, the junior, will go to the free throw line. A chance to cut it to 2. Cannot get the free throw.
More struggles from the line tonight for Milford.
On his first trip to the line, Davila misses the shot, so it stays 57-53. Timeout called now. 2 minutes and 45 seconds to go. And right now, Patrick, if you're Milford, you have to stand strong on the defensive side, and they really need to capitalize on every offensive look.
You do, and you also have to start rebounding too, because they've been getting beat left and right on the boards all night, and it's now starting to really cost them with just 2:45 to go.
Yeah, really King Philip with the size advantage more often than not out there on the floor. You look at Kyle Lehman at 6'3", Noah Goodwin at 6'3". We've seen RJ McCarthy log some minutes. He's at 6'3". Milford has some size, but they have not quite been able to match up through much of the second half.
Their outside shooting just hasn't really been up to par tonight, and that's what they've really needed in order to really effectively, go against this KP defense, who is well underneath the 70-ish points that they've been giving up per game.
And in particular, King Philip allowed 11 three-pointers to Mansfield in their last game. That was a 70-36 loss.
Rebounding in a big way tonight, I would say. They're showing their coach something.
A good look from the free throw line for Noah Goodwin, but he can't get it. Milford is able to get the defensive board. Now back up the floor with 2:30 to go. Nate Davila from three-point range off the back of the rim. And Pharaoh Davis goes up to get the board. Bounce pass inside, picked off by Tamani back into the game.
Good
2:15 to go. KP called for the foul. It looks like it's going to go against Noah Goodwin. The ball may have just been deflected off of Goodwin out of bounds. 26 seconds on the shot clock as the inbounds goes to Masick, right back to Tamani. Tamani has not been at 100% in this game, but he's been giving his team everything he has. Anderson, count the bucket and the foul.
That's what we were talking about earlier. We need Anderson to be a leader here tonight and really step things up. He's gotten back within 2 here and a chance to make it just a little closer. As expected, this game coming down to the wire.
And he gets the free throw, a 1-point game now. 57-56 with just over 2 minutes to go. They dedicate 2 defenders to Pharaoh Davis. The ball ends up deflecting off of the foot of a Scarlet Hawks player out of bounds.
Anderson needs to keep doing a good job not only on the offensive front, but on the defensive front. Trying to limit Lehman here.
And Tamani gets the steal ahead to Anderson. This for the lead. And he gets it to fall, and Milford takes control with 1:41 to go, up 58-57.
Great athletic play by Anderson there, beating the defender and just off the fingertips. Oh, what a play.
And back to the line on top of it.
He's feeling it now.
Dwight Anderson manning up in these crucial stages of this fourth quarter.
Milford needs a big stop here. Anderson at the hole.
All the way to the basket for Seth Sullivan. He can't get the shot. The ball ends up out of play, stopping the clock with 91 seconds to go.
Dwight got just a little too excited and put the feet just inches ahead of him, out of the reach, but still nice playing on the offensive side of things, and they're back in front.
Just when you thought things were looking bleak for the Hawks, they battle back. Dwight Anderson Again, key in this comeback. The Scarlet Hawks up 59-57 with just 1:31 to go as we have the timeout on the floor. Back with an exciting conclusion next here on Milford TV. KP to inbound, now just a minute 30 to play in the game. Milford up by 2, the defense needing to stand strong. They put it in the hands of Davis. Davis, the contested shot, no good. Torres with the rebound, and he gets fouled.
Davis with the foul there on the reach-in. Now it's time to take care of business from the line. Do what you should have been doing all night long.
It hasn't always been automatic from the line tonight for Milford. Some clutch shots on the way for Torres. And the senior captain gets his first. A chance to make it a 2-possession game here with this next shot. Money from the line for Dimitri Torres. Now it's Sullivan guarded by Torres. The pass to Davis. Now it's Lehman. Lehman, the floater, knocked down.
Look who's back. Now under a minute.
It's Lehman's first field goal from in this fourth quarter, I should say. Milford using the clock to their advantage, and Dwight Anderson from downtown makes it 64-59.
Coming alive in the fourth. Boy, they could have used this all game, but they'll take it when they can get it.
The lead is 5, 29 seconds left, a long three, and answering right back is Noah Goodwin.
I tell you, I like his game.
And now the timeout called, so right on the verge of icing a win was Milford, and Noah Goodwin with a clutch three-point shot brings it back to just a 2-point lead with 26 seconds left, so it's still not over yet, Patrick.
Would you expect anything else?
So these two sides talk it over, and you just, again, look at what Dwight Anderson's been able to do in this fourth quarter. 7 points from the floor. He's also got another 2 points from the free throw line just in this fourth quarter alone. And when the team has needed him most, he's struggled just a bit scoring early on in the season, receiving a lot of attention from the opposing defenses for Hopedale and Oliver Ames, but tonight he has found a way to come through.
He's got a reputation, and deservedly so. He's showing it tonight.
So once again, it is Anderson, Masick, Tamani, Torres, and Davila, the 5 on the floor for the Scarlet Hawks. Masick gets the inbounds pass to Torres.
You gonna look to foul?
No foul yet, now there it is. Stops the clock with 20 seconds left. Torres will go to the line. KP letting some precious seconds tick off the clock. And finally a miss from Torres. Keeps it at a 1-possession game. They feed Lehman, now outside for Goodwin, a chance to tie the game off the back of the rim. And pulling in the rebound was Seth Sullivan. He took hard contact around the head.
Got to make the first one here for Sullivan.
Just 5 seconds left on the clock. And he misses the first.
Now he's got intentionally missed and set something up for a tie shot.
65-62 Milford. One more free throw attempt coming up. And he makes the shot.
Electing to go the foul route.
And KP nearly able to get the steal in the corner. Sullivan was right there. But committing the foul, and it looks like we'll have one final timeout as the team talks it over. I believe it will be Dimitri Torres going to the line with just 4 ticks of the clock left to go. Milford up 65-63. One final bit of business left on the other side of this break here on Milford TV. No free throws here. Instead, it will be Milford to inbound. Alex Masick looking to get this pass in again. Just 4 seconds left. Guarded by Lehman. And again, it was Seth Sullivan almost with the steal, but ricocheted it back out of bounds. Now 3 seconds to go.
A little bit of a battle inside there with Lehman and Masick.
Now it was Torres trying for the inbounds, and this time we will see free throws. It will be Masick at the line. KP taking their chances, sending Masick to the line. Kyle Lehman to the bench, wondering if he has fouled out of this game at this point. Alex Masick can't make his first. An important shot here to try to make it a 3-point lead.
There
and
it
Masick's
is.
able to get it. Huge for Alex Masick. In the final seconds here from half court, and a near make for Faro Davis. It just clanks off the rim, and this game goes into the books as a 66-63 thrilling victory for the Milford Scarlet Hawks.
What a comeback that they had in them in the fourth quarter tonight. After finally seeing KP push back in the third, they stayed resilient and waited to make things happen. And a big part of that, as always, Dwight Anderson, the hero tonight.
A huge performance for Dwight Anderson in the fourth quarter. He's able to lead this team back. At one point down by 7, the Scarlet Hawks were in that fourth quarter, but he's able to help the team battle back and again eventually earn a huge 66-63 victory. Milford now goes to 2-1 overall on the season. This is their first victory in league play here in this 2015-2016 season. They'll have a bit of a break now at this point. Their next action will come on December 30th when they will travel to Hopedale, once again taking on their non-conference neighboring rival in what will be a girls and boys doubleheader. So an exciting game to come on December 30th, but they will relish in this victory, a terrific victory against 66-63 over King Philip here tonight. A big thank you to Patrick Garapi and Rob O'Keefe on the coverage here tonight, and I am Tim Coet. This has been a presentation of Milford High School Athletics here on Milford TV. So long, everybody.